Hello and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa, and in today's reading we shall be looking into what it is that you are admired for and why people admire you. So we have 4 groups to choose from. Of course, if you feel drawn to more than one, there's no limits. You can just do what you feel and go with that. But timestamps for each group are in the description for when you know which card or cards are pulling your attention. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at each option, starting with group 1 for you. We have this card here, Discrimination. Group 2 for you, we have this card of Endurance. Group 3 for you, we have this card of Harmony. And last but never least, we have for you, group 4, this card here of Resistance. So, as always, take your time with choosing. Timestamps, again, are in the description. I look forward to seeing you in your groups very soon. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading on why are you admired? And what are you admired for? So let's go on and get a glimpse into why that may be for you, group 1. Why are you admired? And what are you admired for, group 1? Group 1, I feel like you're a good time, like you're fun to be around, especially to go out with or to do new things with. You feel a bit adventurous, or you just have a lot of interesting things about you, or you could have much to say. I feel, there's a bit of like spontaneity about you, or being spontaneous, being interested in going toward thrill-seeking activities, or you're like the person that people call when they want to do something fun or do something new. It's definitely that energy about you. I also feel that you could have a good memory. That's so random, but people could admire the fact that you remember things about them, or you pick up on the details of people, or you really focus on the details, or you have an eye for detail. Group 1, can we get more information for them? Group 1, please. Anything else here for them? Yeah, there's more here about details and really being able to focus on different things. I feel that you have a multifaceted nature about you, and you're really good at putting things together, especially if you are creative, or if you do something creative for your work. Even if you're not doing anything creative, you seem like a good person to work with. I do feel that the people in your environment or co-workers that you may have really admire you, or this is where a lot of the energy is coming from. I feel that you're a person that people want to get to know outside of a certain event that you meet at, or a certain workplace that you work. Yeah, there's like this work hard, play hard energy with you, group 1. And although you are very committed to getting what you need to do done, and you are serious about your goals and your ambitions, and you seem to want a better life for yourself, there is a playfulness that people really admire. And I feel like you bring like joy to people, especially in your workplace, or you seem very popular at your work or in your work. There's something coming through about your work. Group 3. Oh, not group 3. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Group 1. But definitely I feel you could know a lot of people through your work, or maybe interact with people there, and that's where they really get to see you shine. And I also feel you know how to deal with more difficult people in a playful way. Like, you don't take things too seriously. You just seem like a good vibe. It's making me think of that Krishan song, which I didn't even know it was a song until my friend told me, but she goes like, it's a vibe all the time. You know, it just seems like you're a vibe all the time. Period. You know, you bring good vibes, and I do feel that people really admire that about you. I also feel that you're a good conversationalist, or you have really interesting topics to talk about. You could also have a broad network of people, or you're able to interact with any person that you meet. You seem like you're very good with conversations or socializing in some way. For sure, your network could be large, or you could just know a lot of people. And I do feel that the people that you know, it seems like they vary. Like, you know a variety of people. It doesn't seem like you're the type to discriminate or really judge someone based on how they look. I really feel that people admire the fact that you are just open-minded, and you are just looking for good vibes. And as long as, you know, people have good vibes, then it seems like you are pretty chill. You know, you enjoy the time that you have with them, and you make the most of life, even if you are going through difficult situations. Group 1. Yeah, so can we get more information here for group 1 on why they are admired? It does seem like there's a consistency with you as well, or you do something consistently. There is a lot of information here coming in about your work, but with Earthworm coming out, that's so interesting. You know, I feel that people admire your bravery to do new things, or to put yourself out there, or even risk embarrassing yourself. Yeah, it seems like you tend to do things that people may be apprehensive about, but you show up and you kind of give people the space to do it themselves because they see you doing it. Can we get more here, please? I also feel that you help people to feel like they fit in somewhere, or that they're accepted. And yeah, I get a individual or individualistic aspect of you, like you're unique and you stand in your uniqueness. I also feel that you take charge, or you're a good leader. You see the big picture of situations, or you offer insights to people. I also feel that people really admire the challenges that you've overcome, or how much you have been able to go through and still keep this, I want to say, happy-go-lucky vibe about you, or just this energy of being friendly in some way. It seems like you don't allow the difficulties in life to change who you are as a person, but rather you use it as a personal development opportunity. Yeah, you also seem very aware of how people are, or you're good at checking in on people. You're able to perceive a situation accurately. It does seem like you are protective over the people that you care about as well. But yeah, I get a very strong leadership vibe about you, group one. And like I said, there is like a work hard, play hard energy here. So, either a lot of the people that admire you for your work, or they know you through your work. And you guys have become friends through either school or your career, or some type of endeavor that brought you together, or some organization or program. That's where it seems like a lot of people really know you, or get the chance to pick up on your good qualities, group one. So let's see, anything else? Why are they admired, group one? Why is group one admired, and what are they admired for? There is that energy of being a good time, you offering a lot of fun to those around you, you just being a fun person. I also feel that people admire how you enjoy the finer things in life, group one, or they see the potential for you to really acquire a lot of wealth, or you becoming someone who holds a high position in life in some way. Yeah, I get an energy of being able to experience a lot in your life. Perhaps you have a lot of experience, or you are well-traveled, or you will become well-traveled in some way, group one. But definitely there is a big energy here of you offering a lighthearted approach to things, and you being relaxed enough for people to really just be able to chill out. It seems like your energy puts people at ease, and it helps them to be themselves. It's like you offer a space for people to be authentic, group one. For sure. Yeah, with this earthworm card too, I feel that you uplift people, or you remind people of who they are, and you help them to see qualities about themselves that maybe they don't fully see, or they kind of keep to themselves. It seems like you encourage people a lot, and you also motivate people to want better for themselves, or to do better. Yeah, you just seem like you have a lot of experience, and people really admire how much life you've lived, and also how much you may have to offer in general, or how valuable you feel. I do feel that people sense a lot of value from you, and they appreciate how you go after the things that matter to you, and how you may have strong values, group one. It does seem like you have very strong opinions or strong values, for sure. But definitely being able to pick up on things that aren't being said, or you have a tendency to call out people in a way. It seems more fun though. It's not like you are going after them in a more confrontational way. It seems like you keep it cute, group one. So let's see, anything else about you and why people admire you, group one. Why do people admire group one? That's a lot of cards, isn't it? Group one. This is a whole storyline. This is a storyline. I have to put it together. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, group one, I feel that people admire your story overall, or how many challenges you've had to face and overcome. especially if you've been through any significant changes or transformations in your life, whether this is through relationships with people or even just your own physical transformation. It seems like you were able to rebrand yourself or recreate your life to be better than what it used to be, or you've been able to turn a situation that wasn't good for you into an opportunity for you to grow from. And I do think that that is something that people admire you for, is how you turn challenges into opportunities, and perhaps how much confidence you've gained over time, especially if some of the people who admire you have known you for a long time. I do feel that they have seen your transitions and your transformations, and they really appreciate how you have really stepped into yourself in a way, and you've grown into who you are meant to be, or you're growing into who you're meant to be. And I feel that people sense a new level of self-love that you're uncovering, and you could be attracting a lot of opportunities through this valuing of yourself. I feel that you may help people to see their own value. I do see that a lot here. Or you represent an example to people on how to better themselves in some way, or to turn their life around. Because for you, group 1, it just seems like you've been through a lot of difficulty, and a lot of people may not know that because you do have this happy-go-lucky, go with the flow type of energy. You are so dedicated to your work and your goals, but I feel that dedication came from you having to persevere and be resilient through challenging times. And I also feel that people admire your standards or how you hold yourself. Your style seems to be really admired. It seems like you have really good taste. You could also be emotionally expressive, or you hold space for people to be expressive even if you aren't. I also feel a lot of creativity, and you feel like a charm, like you charm people, like you're a flirt, very flirty, very attractive, very intelligent, hardworking, self-sufficient. It's like you have what people I don't want to say you have what people want, but I want to say you are someone that people want, and people could perceive you as having a lot of options, or you're maybe in a relationship. I'm not sure. There's like speculation around your personal life, I feel, especially if you keep your personal and your professional life separate, or you don't let people from your workplace get too involved. I do feel that they're like wondering what's going on. But outside of that, yeah, there's a lot here about you transforming, you changing, and you learning from those changes. I see that people perceive you as a good decision maker as well, or you're not afraid to make decisions that would lead to a lot of change in your life. You have this courageous fearlessness, I feel, that people pick up on. And, that's been a trait through many of the readings that I've done. By the way, group 1, you're the last group that I'm filming. So the other ones definitely had the energy of courage. So I just feel like everyone who watches this video is brave in some way. And I see that coming in for you as well, this bravery that you've unlocked through your experiences thus far, for sure. But there is this beauty to you, and this warmth and this glow. It feels like you're glowing, group 1. I know I can't see you, but I just feel that people admire how you present yourself, and the way that you carry yourself overall. But definitely, there is this lightness I feel with your group. And I do feel like that is admired. You give people hope for better times. For sure. And I do feel like you shock people with your story, or you shock people when they get to know more about where you've come from or who you used to be or what you used to do and how you have overcome these things. For sure. I'm getting like a rags to riches story, or like you really leveling up throughout life. So yeah, I love that for you, group 1. You have a lot to look forward to, and yeah, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, because I do feel like you are setting a standard, or you're leaving a legacy, and you're attracting a lot towards you at this time. So let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through for you, group 1. Anything else for group 1? What do people admire about group 1? There's so many cards that always want to come out, especially for you. There's just so many, but initially what came through is you're not afraid to say no to things that you don't want, group 1. And I feel like you offer a lot of good advice for people. People may come to you with their problems. I do see that. Actually, I see that a lot now that I'm looking at these cards. People come to you with their problems, perhaps, and you are always giving some form of upliftment to them, or you know how to approach difficult situations. But definitely you have good boundaries, or at least people perceive you to have boundaries, or you're not afraid to put your foot down against things that you don't necessarily want. And I also see a huge focus on you attaining your sense of happiness, or you having that vision for your life and you pursuing it through your efforts and through your work. You can also value your closest people or your family. People admire that, how much time you invest into what matters, whether that is your pursuits towards wealth or stability, or your relationships. You just seem like a hardworking person who is full of love, full of light, full of life. And yeah, it does seem like people come to you for that boost of serotonin, So yeah, group 1, I would definitely say take it easy and make sure that you are making sure that you are taking care of yourself, especially if you have been working very hard. I want to say this 9 of Swords is touching on something outside of just how people admire you. I feel, if you have been feeling stressed at all, now's the time to really delve into the practice of self-care, because it seems like you have a lot of responsibilities on you at this time, and it could be disrupting your sleep schedule, or it could be disrupting how you're feeling. And yeah, there's definitely a message here of prioritizing more time for rest, and maybe allowing yourself to say no to some invitations that you may receive. But that's a quick side message. Overall, you just seem like a good time, group 1. So I do think I should leave it here for you, group 1. I do appreciate you for being here. I have one more thing to say. If you are a part of an organization, I do feel that you are a significant contributor to whatever you join, or your efforts are always good. They're really appreciated, how much you do invest into any type of goal or collaborative effort that you're partaking in. I'm so sorry, I know the mic just got touched, but yeah, you just seem like you are a good team player. Like, you work well with others, but you are very independent. Definitely independent, I feel. So, yes, again, I shall leave it here. Much love to you, group 1. Take it easy. And let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. Leave it a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I can see you in the next reading. Okay. Until then, group 1, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your reading on what are you admired for. So let's go on and see why that may be for you, group 2. Why are you admired, and what are you admired for? Oh, wow. You know, for these two cards showing themselves to me, I feel that for you, there's an energy of courage that I immediately feel. You know, I'm even sensing this energy of confidence, or you just having an air of knowing who you are. I kind of feel like regal energy with you, of regality. I feel there's many layers to your core, and I feel that it takes time for people to really get to see who you are. I feel that you're very respected for your presence in general. Can we get more information for group 2? Yeah, I do feel there's a lot here about your appearance or how you look, group 2. It seems like you are able to garner a lot of attention based on your physical appearance. Yeah, you know, I feel like people admire your looks for a lot of you, group 2. I mean, that's the main thing that's coming through, and it could feel a bit hard to focus on anything else for you, group 2, because that's like the primary thing in my mind. And you know, with this onion here, I feel that there is more than just your surface appearance. And you know, I kind of feel like for some of you, you may keep people at like arm's length because you realize your attractiveness, or you realize the pros and cons of being an attractive person. It kind of seems like people want to be around you because you look so good, or they just really appreciate the beauty that you emanate. Wow, you know, I wanted more detail. So let's try to get more detail for you, group 2. I'm kind of like, there has to be more to the story here. Can we get more information? Why do people admire group 2? Group 2. Yeah, you know what's coming through? There is a energy of you having insight into a specific topic, or I feel that people admire your drive or your vision for the life that you want to live. I feel like those are more people who are close to you, because it does seem like, you know, only a select few get that close. But yeah, you could have a pretty good eye for detail as well. And that brings me back to like aesthetics. Like, you have nice aesthetics that people really appreciate, or you know how to put things on or put things together very well. I see like color coordination. But can we get more detail for group 2? Why do people admire them? Group 2, what do they admire for? Whoa. Yeah, you know, I feel like you stand out, group 2, or there's like this quality about you that's, I want to say ethereal, or just very captivating, because as you can see, especially with these 3 animals that came out, they're all having this direct gaze, and I feel like your eyes, or something about your look, really pulls people's attention. I feel like it could be an intense attraction that people feel towards you initially, and there's this, I want to say, this energy of love, but I want to say the energy I'm picking up on, it could be primarily focused on love relationships for you, or people who have like a romantic attraction or a romantic admiration towards you, or maybe that's the energy that you frequently pick up on, or that's mainly what people admire you for, is for the more romantic side of things. And there's like messages coming through about your romantic relationships, or just your relationships in the past. I don't really want to focus too much on the past, but it just seems like you've encountered people loving you for your looks, or loving you for the way you make them feel, or what you bring to them, or how you uplift them in some way, or how well you treat them. And I do feel that they get really attached to that, and it may be harder for them to really accept all of you, because they get so pulled in for how you look, what you offer, and what you do for them. And maybe this has led you into some energy of like protecting yourself, because it just seems like people admire you from afar, or it's like you are a bit untouchable, or like with this unicorn, it's like, are you even real? I feel people mainly admire you through a screen, or from a distance. Group 2, like, who are you? Group 2, it just seems like you're very protected, or you're surrounded by a very close circle or close knit of people, or you just keep yourself protected in some way, because you do know that you bring this essence, and I understand, people love to prey upon the things that are beautiful. So I just feel like you have a lot of people admiring you or watching you from a distance, especially with this hawk. So that's I don't know what to say about that. Like, wow. But you know what? I do feel a very homey vibe. Like you feel cozy, or when people do get the chance to get into your energy, it's very like addicting, or hypnotizing. Like, it could be hard to focus, because they're like, oh my gosh, look at this beauty, or there's like features about you. I feel like your eyes are a big feature that people really love or admire about you. I also feel something about your hair. You kind of give me like I want to say like a fairy, or it just seems like you are unreal, or something about you feels unreal, and people have a hard time really seeing beyond that. And I kind of hate that, because group 2, I feel like there's so much more to you, but this is like the main thing that's coming through. So this could be the energy that you're in. It's just attracting a lot of things or a lot of people because of your outward appearance, or because of just your energy of being very attractive and captivating. But it does seem like people see what they want to see in you, or like you may be susceptible to the projections of other people. For others of you, when people are able to get close enough to you, or if they have more depth or substance to them, I do feel that they begin to appreciate the harmonious energy you bring, or the conversations that you have. They feel very illuminating, or it brings a lot of intrigue to them. I feel that you have the potential to hold a lot of wisdom, or you have acquired a lot of knowledge through your experiences or through your education in some way, and you could be a good teacher, or you have good advice that you give other people. But as you see, I don't know how long it's been since I started. It just seems like it takes time for people to really sit down and decide to listen to you, because your look, it just seems like you're just so handsome or pretty or just attractive. And yeah, that's interesting. I also feel that you're very observant in general, and you may tend to be on the more quiet side, or you may just like to speak when spoken to. I don't feel like you're the loudest person in the room, group 2, and it adds to this intrigue towards you, because it's like, oh my gosh, who is this person who's so quiet, and what are they thinking, and they are so attractive. It's like you're in a movie. I don't know, it feels very dreamy almost. But definitely something here about good bone structure too. A lot about your outward appearance, group 2. So that's so interesting. That's all I can say. Can we get more information for group 2? What do people admire about them, group 2? We have optimism. I feel that people admire the life that you live. It seems like you live an exciting life, especially if you are posting what you do in life, or you are showing the life that you live in some way. It seems like you reap a lot of benefits in your life, or you have a lot of fun. You seem like a fun person to be around. Okay, can we get more here? 2. Very interesting for you, group 2. Like I said, you seem very fun to be around. It's like you're always doing something, or you're always experiencing something new, or people perceive your life to be full of adventure of some kind. But I also feel that some people may admire how you have people perhaps like discussing you when you're not around. I feel like it speaks to your popularity in some way. I feel like some people may admire you for your connections. And actually, for a lot of you, I feel this is more connected to your ability to stand up for yourself, or to have boundaries in some way, or to kind of deny something that you don't want. You're not hesitant to speak up about something. I feel like you have a very stern presence about you, or there's like this energy of this person cannot be messed with. Even though you are very beautiful and you do have this softness because of your beauty, I feel overall your stature, or the way you carry yourself, kind of invokes this sense of respect and dignity that people feel that it should be admired and honored. Yeah, you could also be competitive, or you play like competitive sports, or you do something that's competitive in some way. I feel like you beat the odds, whether in your looks or in your goals or in something that you do. But honestly, this feels more superficial. So I wonder if you allow people to get close to you, group 2, because most of this energy, it feels like I'm distant, or like I'm far away. And personally, I love to get more in depth with things. I love depth, but for your reading, it just doesn't feel very deep. So definitely the people, excuse me, the people that are admiring you, or the energy that I'm picking up, is more so the people who look at you from afar. Or like I said, through a screen. So any other information for group 2? What are they admired for? Group 2. Yeah, it seems like you hold a very strong position in life. It seems like you have acquired a lot of success, or people view you as a very successful person. Perhaps you have started your own business, or you are on the road to being like an entrepreneur of some kind, or you just are very courageous and confident in your decision making. People admire this boss energy I feel that you exude. I'm kind of tying it to this Cobra energy. It's just like, it's regal, you know? And I feel like I said that in the beginning. You have this regality to you, and not only are you able to stand in this energy of being the head honcho, you know, or not standing for things that you don't want, or speaking up on things that matter to you, I feel that you make a great partner. Or once people truly connect with you, they see how easy it is to want to be around you and to want to be in your energy. It seems like you are a great collaborator or someone to work with, and I feel a lot of people want to be in relationship with you. Group 2, you could be viewed as having a lot of options, and like I said, people may discuss you in the background, or you could be a hot topic for people. I do feel a sense of popularity with you, group 2. But for others of you, if you are in a relationship, I do feel that people kind of place your relationship on a pedestal, or they may view your relationship as like goals. Or you could inspire a lot of people through the way that you relate with your partner, or with your circle of people. I do feel that you are seen a lot with another person, or you're seen to have a close relationship with another person, and I do feel like that's admired a lot, or people kind of want what you have, or they want to aspire to have that type of dynamic in some way. You feel grounded and focused on your direction, on your goals, and I do feel that you are admired for that. I also feel like you have a very strong presence overall, group 2. You could be viewed as very healthy, very strong, like you have a good body, an overall beautiful physical appearance. Yeah. Can we get more here for group 2? What are they admired for, group 2? Oh, wow. That's a lot of cards, isn't it? Let's take them though. We have the Queen of Wands on the bottom, so here we go again with this attractiveness, this ability to just pull people in, this warmth with your energy. And I do feel that you just get attention, you know, and at the same time there is this like protective quality over yourself, where you are able to amass this attention without letting people get too close to hurt you, it seems. But there is like a focus and a determination that people admire about you outside of that, because outside of your physical appearance, it does seem like you are a successful person, or you have ambitions, or you have goals or desires that you want to take action on. And I actually see you putting in effort towards those actions, but it seems like you do this like in the background, or you're like a behind the scenes person. I feel there's a mystique around you, group 2, or people are always wondering what you're up to. You're very observant. I feel some people may view you as a bit sneaky, or just I don't know if I like the word sneaky. I want to say secretive, or just you're not willing to give information freely Of course, if they're asking about how to do something, I don't feel like you gatekeep knowledge. I feel this is more so about your personal life, and you kind of keep that under wraps. Like, you're not this open book, kind of like this onion. I feel like it takes time to peel back the layers of who you are, and so people kind of get stuck on the superficial of, oh wow, this person is so great looking, I love the way that they live their life, I want to know more. And it could just make you popular because of your mastery of moving in silence, you know. Group 2. But like I said, you know, with the Three of Swords, it does seem like there is a depth to you because of what you've experienced in your past. I feel like this is connected to any relational issues that you've encountered, maybe even some family troubles. This feels more so, I don't think most people know about this, but I do feel that they pick up on a depth to you that I feel that you kind of protect, or you are very protective over your heart. I also feel that you're not afraid to speak the truth. You're not afraid to get into some type of disagreement to protect yourself, or to defend your beliefs in some way. I feel that you are very protective over the people that you love, and I do feel that they pick up on that. But there is a lot of energy here about self-protection and kind of keeping yourself a bit closed off. I also feel your sense of style is being highlighted. There's something here about the way you dress, the way you look. But yeah, you know, you seem like a hard worker. It seems like you have a lot of material rewards, or people view you as having a lot of things, or just having what they want in general. Yeah, for some of you, you could be like a full package for someone. But definitely a lot here about, you know, your appearance, group 2. So if you wanted something deeper, perhaps you felt drawn to a different reading, but I'm not quite sure. I just feel like people admire you because they kind of feel like you're not real. You know, I kind of get like an energy of how people view celebrities and how they become so engrossed with their lives, or how they become so like entrenched or entranced. I can't even think of the words. But it just seems like people become like seduced by you, or they're in a trance by your life. And it does seem like you have like potential to garner a lot of attention in some way, or to be in the spotlight. So yeah, you know, perhaps it is important that you know, have that discernment towards people. So yeah, you know, group 2, this is what I see for the most part. It seems like you live a very dynamic life that's happening behind the scenes. Like, you don't publicize every little thing that's going on. I do see that people only get glimpses into your life, and they're like intrigued by what they get to see. But yeah, self-protection is what I see for the most part. So period. I don't know what else to say for you, group 2. Let me know how it resonated for you in the comments below. Leave it a like and subscribe if you would like to. I truly do hope that this reading either entertained you or gave you insight in some way. But I do hope that more people get to see the depth of who you are, and they really get to appreciate what you do have to offer. Because personally, I don't know, I wouldn't just want to be seen for my external appearance. But I do feel that you do have either a significant relationship, whether that's platonic or romantic, that does remind you of your value outside of your appearance. But for others of you, I do feel that if you don't have this relationship just yet, it could be time to process what you've gone through in your relationships, or process the pain that you've encountered so that you are able to open yourself up to new experiences in the realm of relating with people, because it does seem like you've had to enter into this self-protective energy to protect yourself from more harmful intentions. But it does seem like you're in this transition towards better, or you're aligning with more like-minded individuals. It seems like it will take some time if this does resonate for you, because you are processing a lot of what's happened, but you shall overcome. And I do feel that once you have really looked over and reviewed what you've experienced, what you've gone through, this will help you to make decisions to align with people who are truly meant for you, so that they don't get stuck on what you can offer or who you are, especially if you do have some type of notoriety, or you have some financial success or something of value, so that that doesn't get taken advantage of. It does seem like there's a fear of being taken advantage of, or, you know, something there. This reading got way deeper than what I expected, but yeah, you know, I do feel like closer connections are on the horizon for you, and there is a relationship. If you are in some type of close relationship with someone, that is deepening, and I feel like you guys are going to be some type of power dynamic, or I even want to say a power couple. Like I said, it could be romantic, platonic, or some other form of relationship, professional even. But it feels closer, so I don't even want to include professional. It could just primarily be romantic or platonic, like a friendship. So yes, that's what I see for you, group 2. I really just went in at the end. So if you heard the last messages of group 2, I definitely think that it was for you. So keep doing you, keep shining, keep being the attractive person that you are, and drop your skincare routine in the comments. Okay, so much love to you, group 2, and hopefully I can see you in the next reading. Until then, bye bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading on what are you admired for and why are you admired. So let's go on and see why that may be for you. Group 3, what are they admired for? Group 3, what are they admired for? You know, I feel like you are a star. And I don't say that lightly. I really want to say the people around you really look up to you in a way because of your positivity, the way that you think. I feel that you bring a lot of insight for people. You also feel kind of spicy, like the way you say certain things may take people by surprise, or just you're always saying the right thing, or it seems like you always know what to say at the right time. I feel that you have some type of knowledge that people really appreciate about you, or it just seems like you have a lot of keys of wisdom that you offer to others. You know, for some of you, you could be very into spirituality or esoteric knowledge, or you could follow some type of religion or some type of practice or a daily routine or some form of ritual you do. I feel that people kind of look at you as a bit magical, or you have qualities about you that could be perceived as maybe supernatural. This could be as simple as you having a single-minded focus, and you're able to really dedicate yourself to something and pursue it relentlessly. And I feel like that shouldn't be slept on. That's kind of supernatural, because it's very easy for the human to choose comfort rather than striving towards that goal. And for others of you, you could actually have some type of clairvoyance or some type of spiritual ability. And for some people, I feel like they kind of want to not believe it. Like, how do you know this? Or how are you able to do this, group 3? But outside of that, it just seems like you have some type of knowledge that people really appreciate because it brings a lot of clarity to them. I also see that people view you as very successful, and it seems like you take on leadership positions, or you have an ambitious quality to you that people admire. It does seem like you are an inspiration as well for the people around you, or you're always having a chance to uplift, or you're always making sure that you uplift the other people that may feel down. It seems like you bring people together, and to go back to that supernatural comment, like I'm saying, it feels simple. Like, it doesn't have to be extravagant, like, oh my gosh, you can predict the future, which I honestly don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, it could just be that you're a cheerful person and you always have this light to offer to people, and it just seems like you never really run out of good energy, and that could feel a bit supernatural. Like, how is this person so full of life and full of light? And like I said, I haven't said this actually, I said this in a different reading, but I want to say this is people's perception or what they admire about you. So of course, I feel that we all go through our ups and downs in life. It just seems like you are very resilient and you work through it. So people don't really get to see the behind the scenes of your emotions, group 3. Yeah. So let's get a bit more detail, why don't we, for you, group 3, about why people admire you. Why do people admire group 3? Yeah, like I was saying, with this principal card, it does seem like you have very strong values and morals. You seem like a good person, just good natured. I'm getting Jupiterian energy, so when I think of Jupiter, I think of expansive thinking, knowledgeable, well-traveled. Perhaps you are into philosophical thinking, or you want to seek information that does expand the mind in some way. You could be well-read, group 3. Yeah, you feel like a person that holds a lot of wisdom, but yet you are jovial and exciting and fun to be around. I even feel this, I want to giggle, It just seems like you're funny, you have a lightheartedness to you, and yet you do hold a lot of heavy knowledge, I want to say, or it seems like you have a lot behind the scenes, or a lot. It just seems like you're a store for wisdom or knowledge in some way. Especially if you are into spirituality, I feel that people kind of think that you know more than you let on. Group 3. I also feel that those closest to you appreciate how great of a secret keeper that you are, or how safe it feels to open up to you about things. I also feel that you understand symbols a lot, or you're able to read between the lines. Group 3, for some of you, you could be a tarot reader, or you could be into astrology or something. I'm not sure. Even if you don't, I feel, you could be good at it. But for others of you, it just seems like you take on information easily, or you're able to conceptualize things in a way that is quick. And I feel that you are able to express your thoughts or express your knowledge or teach others in a way that is comprehensive. Group 3, but I do feel this fierceness about you, like a striking quality that you have. I feel that you do go against the grain, or you do decide to do things your own way, or you have rebelled against the system at one point, or you could just have a viewpoint that is strong-willed, and once you have some type of idea of what something should be, it's kind of hard to make you think against that. In other words, you could be very opinionated, group 3. You could hold strong opinions, and I do feel that people admire your conviction behind things, or your conviction behind principles or ideas that you have, and you deciding to stand up for what's right, because like I said, you feel like a moral and ethical person, and I do feel that you are a good example to have around. So if you do have children, I feel that people admire the way that you have raised your children, or the way that you take care of things in general. You know, if you don't have kids, it just seems like you are responsible and you don't take things lightly, or at least you have this balance between knowing what to take seriously and knowing what to kind of just let happen, you know, this lighthearted energy about you. Yeah, it seems like you're a balanced person, and someone that is a great facilitator, I feel. Or you have a social ability to connect with people. Yeah, it feels like you're involved in some way. So, you know, if you aren't involved, maybe this is encouraging you to get involved. In what, you may ask? I feel this is in regard to, for some of you, this could be, I don't know why revolting came through, but I want to say protesting against something, or sharing your voice about something, or standing up against any issues. This could be like a political activist for some of you. Others of you, this could be getting involved in some type of technological advancements, or you taking part in organizations that want to progress society forward. You feel progressive, group 3, or you have visions for change. And yeah, I do see that the way you think is you know, more on the rare side, or it's just the way you perceive things. It's appreciated because you offer new ways of thinking. So definitely, if you have the chance or the time or the space in your life, give yourself the room to express your opinions more openly, and to not keep them within yourself, because it does seem like you have a lot to offer in the realm of change and conversation and bringing about new ways of doing things, group 3. So definitely love that. Yeah, and I feel like people feel safe around you, like their secrets are safe. They feel safe to be themselves, like they're able to be vulnerable with you and still feel strong in their vulnerability. You just feel like an uplifting force in people's lives. So can we get more here for group 3? What do people admire about them? Group 3. Here we go with that secret wisdom or knowledge, group 3. You definitely have strong leadership capabilities. I feel that you are incredibly wise, as well as creative. You know, there's like a creative potential, or there's a lot of hidden potential that I feel that you may keep under wraps for some of you, or it just seems like people admire the secret knowledge that you have. You feel like a very strong presence, group 3, a leader. So I don't know how many times I've said that in your reading, but it does seem like you keep a closer knit circle, but outside of that, it seems like you have people who are wanting to get closer to you in some way. Group 3. But yeah, it just seems like you do your work. You are joyful about your work. Perhaps you do meaningful work, or you've had the opportunity to invest your time into projects that have meant something or have changed the community in some way, or have changed you overall, or just have helped you to break out of generational cycles. Maybe you don't have an issue of speaking on things that have happened in the past, or you're not afraid to speak on things that have been buried or hidden. Group 3, it's like you have insight into the underpinnings of either society or your family, or just you have insight into what's not been spoken or what's not been said. Yeah, and there does seem to be like an intuitive ability that you have, group 3. So tap in, okay? Tap in. But for sure, I do see that there's a lot of potential here, and people admire how much potential you have and how you're taking action on this potential, or you're deciding to do something with it. There's also something about your appearance as well, but this feels like a bonus. Like people love that you have all of this to offer, but at the same time, you're easy on the eyes, group 3, so that's a plus. But let's get more information for group 3. Why do people admire group 3? Wow, this is so fun. Oh my gosh. Group 3, yes, very creative, very dynamic, full of energy. I do feel that you spark new ideas in people's lives, or you bring a lot of fun to people, or just excitement and enthusiasm overall. You could be an initiator of change around you, but it just seems like you are happy-go-lucky. It's always a good time to be around group 3. You make sure to enjoy the time that you have with people. I feel that they truly appreciate how special you make them feel, and it just seems like you have a healing quality to you, group 3, like a very healing presence to people. And I want to say for some you could be an ideal for them, but it seems like when people get around you, things start to pick up, or there's like momentum or just excitement. But for sure, you're a healing presence for those around you, and people could also admire the fact that you are very connected to either a higher power or your belief system in some way. Could really inspire other people to connect more deeply with their sense of connection to that which is unseen. But yeah, you're just a bright light, group 3. What can I say? What more can I say for you? You are someone that is deeply appreciated for more than you know, but definitely you bring a lot of light to people. I keep bringing up light, so for some of you, you could resonate with the with being a light worker, or with being a healer of some kind, because I do see that you have this ability very strongly. Any other messages for group 3 here, please? We have the Empress, so definitely this cozy, warm, generous, abundant, prosperous, beautiful energy that you bring, very attractive. And yeah, if you are a parent or if you plan on becoming one, you will be fantastic. But outside of that, just in general, you seem very creative, and there's a lot of potential and opportunity for you to pour into if you utilize your creativity to not experience to create something of value. You seem very valuable, group 3. And I mean, the Empress is card number 3 and you're a group 3, so coincidence? I think not. But definitely it does seem like people admire your values that you have, particularly around family or having close connections. It also seems that there is potential for you to become very abundant, group 3, or people admire the stability that you bring into their lives, or just how stable you seem to be. I feel that you are someone who thinks about the long term, and yeah, you know, you're a good example for the people around you of building something that's long lasting, and it seems like you're building something that is going to prove to be quite successful. So keep the faith and keep going, group 3. But yes, you're just so full of love. People love you, group 3. I mean, what more can I say? You offer so much healing to those around you, so much love, compassion, and opportunities to really express themselves. Group 3, it feels like you bring that cup of water to someone who is super thirsty. And that could be a metaphor. I'm saying, like, you know, if someone hasn't been able to have that conversation that really uplifts them, I feel like you bring that to them. Or even if someone is hungry, I feel like you may invite them out to go get a good meal, or maybe you even are generous enough to cook them a meal. It just seems like you're very generous and giving and open to others, very soft-hearted. And I also feel that you have the boundaries to protect yourself. So, you know, just good vibes all around. And with the Hanged Man, you do have perspectives that are perhaps out of the norm, or you just have insight that a lot of people don't have yet. You know, I'm even feeling this energy of enlightenment, or you pursuing a path of enlightenment in some way. But you feel like you go with the flow, and some people may view you as being in your own world, but the world that you're living in, they want to be in it. You know, they're like, how can I get transported to group 3's world? But yeah, I love this energy. Very intuitive, spiritual, a lot of spiritual energy in your group 3. You know, I definitely feel like group 3 is my spiritualist. Big time. So yeah, you have a lot of power to you, a lot of spiritual power, and I feel like you're using it for the good. You know, I don't think these powers come to those who aren't utilizing it for the good. So keep up the good work, group 3. Don't shy away from the spotlight. I really do feel like you're meant to be seen. You are a light. You're not meant to be in the dark. Come out of the shadows, okay? It could be easy to retreat, but you have a lot of information and knowledge and wisdom that people need to hear, and utilize your intuition in a way that uplifts you, and make sure that you overcome fears and doubts that may keep you from really expressing yourself and expressing your uniqueness. And remember the love that's around you so that you don't fall prey to the criticisms of other people. It's time to grow that backbone, you know, to flow through life, trusting in your path and knowing that you were made to be this way for a reason. So, you know, be you, group 3. So that's where I do feel that I need to leave it for you. I really appreciate you for all that you do, for being the light that you are in other people's lives, and continue to make a difference in your lineage, in your family, in your community, and continue to be this uplifting force for others. You are successful. You will be successful, you will continue to be successful. So keep going, group 3. Much love to you. Subscribe and let me know in the comments how it resonated. Leave it a like. I hope to see you in the next reading. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye-bye. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your reading on what you are admired for. And group 4, you're the first group I'm filming or recording. Usually, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, but for some reason, I just kept feeling like 4 has to go first. 4 has to be the one, so I feel that's a message for what people admire about you, is that there is a quality of you being the first to do things, or an energy of being a trailblazer, or having the courage to get things started, or really being confident enough to put yourself out there in ways that other people may not feel ready for. So period. Okay, let's get a bit more into your reading now, group 4. What is group 4 admired for? What do people admire about them? Group 4. Honestly, group 4, this feels in regard to your communication ability, your writing, the way you speak. I immediately heard your voice. I feel that people love listening to you talk, especially if you have some type of podcast or some type of platform. I do think that, the supporters of you are very thankful that you take up space. But also, group 4, I feel that if you are not into public speaking, or if you're not doing the thing in that way, there is an encouragement to tap in to that, really see how you can be more in the public, or seeing how your voice can enact some type of change, or how you can really get things going through your presence, or what you have to say, or your ideas in some way. I do feel that you are looked up to because of your intellect and your mind, and the ideas that you have, and the way that you're able to express yourself. There is an energy of expression for you, group 4. Like I said, I wanted to record your group first, so I do feel that there's something about you that just grasps attention, and it seems connected to your expression in some way. It feels kind of dreamy also, like you could be like an ideal. People could admire you because you have qualities that they want to have, especially in regard to how you express yourself. So let's get a bit more here. What do people admire about group 4? Why are they admired? Productivity. Wow, yeah, I do feel there is a creativity about you, group 4. It feels like you're very handy, like you can do a lot of things with your hands, whether that's writing or crafting something, or any type of handiwork. Even what I'm doing could be considered handiwork, so it could literally be anything that you do with your hands. I do feel there's like a precise energy about you. The way you speak could be precise, or you're able to communicate in a way that gets straight to the point. I also feel in general that you have this look to you that is put together. It doesn't seem like you are chaotic in any way. I don't know how to explain it. It just seems like you have things figured out, or that's what people perceive. You could definitely feel differently, group 4, but it just seems like you are someone that people look up to as a leader, and I feel that you are a kind person, so it's interesting because there's like this power to you, there's this authority that people feel and sense about you, that you are capable of getting a lot done, that you have goals and you pursue them, and perhaps you pursue them behind the scenes. It doesn't seem like you are out and about broadcasting your successes, but it just shows on you. You just feel like a successful person and people look up to you in that way. And I do feel that you are extremely knowledgeable about a specific topic, or there's something that you do very well, and people admire that about you. I also feel I also feel that there is an emotional component to you, that you could be very compassionate towards people, or you are able to pick up on these subtle emotions that are going on within someone. You could be sensitive to energies, and that allows you to connect with other people easily. It does seem like you have very good people skills, a very sociable person, I feel, with you, group 4, or people are naturally attracted to you. You could be popular, and for some of you that could feel overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, I just want to stay home. There could be some homebody energy for sure, group 4, because we have the sign of Cancer and we also have Pisces, and those two signs love to retreat and go snuggle up in the bed and have a good meal. That's real. Okay. But it does seem like you're just so lovable, but at the same time you get things done. So it's this dichotomy that people are like taken aback, because usually I feel when people see someone who is kind, they kind of look at them as maybe a bit naive, or just not having the can-do attitude. But you definitely show a different side of softness and compassion, and yeah, you just seem like someone that is great to be around, great to be in a relationship with, and also great to work on a project with. Okay, so yeah, it's so interesting. There's only 2 cards out here, and I feel like I have elaborated so much for you, group 4. So I feel either you have a lot of admirers, or those who do admire you, or those who are in your close circle, can produce a long list of things that would make them really look up to you in some way. You seem like an inspiration. But let's get a bit more detail, okay? Because that's only 2 cards, like I said. But definitely there is a structure to you that I feel people look up to you, or you just are organized. You have things put together in a way that you understand. Yeah, there's something here about that. Very grounded as well. Very grounded. And that's why I'm saying there's like a dichotomy, because you seem so creative, so dreamy, very captivating, and it kind of feels like you're elusive, like you're here one day and then you're gone the next, or you're like on the move constantly, group 4. But it's because you're getting things done. You have things to do. So I do feel this energy of people wanting to see you more, or wanting to be around you more. But yeah, it just seems like you're always somewhere. But let's get some more information. That could also be another thing that people look up to, that you're booked and busy. But anyway, what are they admired for, group 4? Yeah, like I said, you are out here making things happen. I felt that Aries energy initially when I was saying that. I had to record your reading first, and Aries is the first sign of the tropical western zodiac, and yeah, it just seems like you have these ideas that perhaps the people around you have never had before, or you're trying things in a new way, or you have new approaches or new solutions to problems. And for some of you, I do feel that you encounter challenges, but you are incredibly adaptive to the circumstances. And I feel that you invoke other people with a new sense of courage because you succeed in your new ways of approaching things. And I do think that that encourages other people to make changes in their life. Even if they don't give you credit for it, I feel that you're being observed, and the things that you're doing, you're planting seeds that will eventually sprout into something great. I feel that, you are a significant figure in a lot of people's lives, or those who do get close to you, and even in your family. I feel that you inspire a lot of them and a lot of people in general. So group 4, if you don't have a platform on social media or anything like that, I do feel that you would work well with the public, or you would do good with community organizations, or something that involves bringing people together or making things happen, because you do have that vigor, that passion within you, and I feel like it is expressed in a way that is palpable, or is easily taken in by other people. It just seems like you're a people person and people love you, but at the same time, you like to retreat. So it's so interesting. I feel there is that 4th house, 12th house energy with you if we're talking astrology. So those placements could be prominent in your chart. The 2nd, 8th, and 4th could also be significant. Yes, so let's take a look at these. I feel like I was already picking up on this energy without having to fully focus on them. Definitely with this Gemini energy coming out, I brought that up before, that dichotomy, of you being very sociable, you knowing how to adapt to situations, you knowing how to mesh well with other people, you read the room very well, you communicate in a way that's witty, fun, knowledgeable, you could have a lot of fun facts that people love hearing from you. And I do feel like you're quick on your feet, like you are able to come back with something to say very quickly, and people love that part, that wit, that capability about you. And I do feel it's admired, like, oh my god, how did they think of that? Your intelligence seems to be very valued as well, and you seem to have a lot of skills, and maybe you kind of sleep on that. Like, people are out here looking at you like, wow, I thought they were doing that, but now they're doing this. Actually, they're doing both at the same time. It's like, how do you do it? Group 4, there is this thing like you're juggling multiple things, and they're all leading to some type of success, and it does seem like you overall emanate an energy of success that people really admire about you. And you could have this energy of abundance and opulence, or your energy just feels very luxurious, or it feels very comforting, and I want to even say a little rich. I don't want to say a little, but it feels decadent. I don't know why this is coming to my mind, but it's like good. Period. I'm getting a little some flirtatious energy. I do feel that people, why is this coming through right now? Some people admire you in a way that's like, I want you, like they want to see what's going on with you, group 4. Yeah, and I did say you could make a good partner, and you could be good to work on a project with. So for sure, for some of you, this could indicate someone around you at your workplace, or wherever you frequent often, in your neighborhood or whatever. Somebody definitely is crushing on you, babe. However, let them have the courage to speak up to you before we even try to figure out who that is. But yeah, there is a lot of energy here, very dynamic you are, group 4, and I feel chatterbox energy. So definitely that's probably why you need some time to yourself, because when you do get around people, it just seems like you have this life of the party energy, or you're very sociable, very social. Period. Okay, so let's get one card from here just to see a bit more about what people admire about you. I'm having so much fun in this reading. I love these topics. I want to do more, so let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments. Trust, ask, and I shall provide. Okay, so for group 4, what do people admire about them? Group 4. Do I take it? I do. Yes, it's like, oh my god, group 4 is here today and gone tomorrow. Where are they going to be tomorrow? Where are they going to be next week? Where are they now? You know, it just seems like you are all around. You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. I love it. Group 4. Yeah, you could bounce around. You could also have different social groups that you associate with. Group 4. Yeah, you know, there's that emotionality coming through as well. Like you are, I want to say a bit flighty, very fun, good time, not a long time vibe. For some, I feel there's like I keep going back to that double-sided, or not double-sided, but that dichotomy of like, very quick, fun, flirty, great time, but also there's a depth to you, and this feels like it takes more time to see this part, like a very soft and intuitive side to you. I feel that you move around so much, or you are involved so much that you know, when you do retreat, it's like you are renewed in a way, or you're constantly changing, or you're constantly having new insights, or it's like a continuous growth with you, group 4. When I say growth, I mean internally, like you are constantly evolving, shedding your skin, or, you know, taking leaps of faith, constantly allowing yourself to be cleansed of past debris. I also feel that people admire your ability to let go of things, to move on, to move forward, to progress. Yeah, this energy of not wanting to linger in feelings that are more down. You have this depth to you, but I do feel that you've known the shadows of emotions. You've felt maybe even depression or feelings of anxiety before, and I don't know, it seems like you aren't wanting to be in that energy anymore if you have been before, because you realize the value of life and how short it is. It just seems like you are trying to make the most out of life, and people really admire that. And I do feel that you bring light to people, and you kind of help them to let their hair down. You help them to be themselves, and you give them the space to truly explore who they are authentically without having to, you know, perform. Yeah, since you are so social and you are able to adapt well to your environment and to your circumstances, it seems like people really do have lasting impressions, or you have lasting impressions on people. Yeah, you really break down barriers. And we have, you know, a lot of water energy. I wanted to say people could become overly attached to you, group 4. You know what, you could struggle with people emotionally dumping on you, or like telling you too much information and you're like, oh my god, like now it's time to go. So yeah, there is this this flighty energy, like you just want to keep moving because you are so sensitive to the energies around you. But I also feel that's incredibly attractive. So there's a lot, group 4. I kind of feel like I'm a little all over the place in this reading, but definitely you're showing up and making things happen. You have big energy. I feel like it's very hard to miss you. And I do feel that people admire the vision and the goals that you have and how steadfast you are in pursuing them. And it seems like you are able to handle so much. And I feel the people closest to you really look up to this ability to push through any adversity or challenge that you face and to experience the success that you have or that you will be experiencing. It does seem like you have a lot of support behind you, group 4, so definitely keep doing what you're doing because it's working, and I do feel that good things are on the horizon for you. So I don't know how long I've been talking, but I do know that I've said a lot, and let's just go ahead and get these tarot cards because whoa, your reading is something, group 4. So yeah, let's see anything else about group 4 and why they're admired here. Group 4, please. Whoa. You know, group 4, why did I hear that? You know, I feel like some people get very possessive over you, like you're a dream, or you illuminate dreams that people have. People feel very connected to you. You have an ability to make connections very well. You could be well connected, or your network could be large. You could have very good networking skills in general, very good communication skills. But yeah, with this 4 of Pentacles, I just feel this energy of people saying, you're mine. Like, I need to have group 4. They are mine, you know? Or feeling like you are meant to be in their lives. Like they claim you, they project what they want from you in a way that's like, I don't see it as harmful. The energy I'm not picking up on. Whoa, I really do need to slow down in your reading, first of all. Seriously. I meant to say the energy that I'm picking up on is not from a place of maliciousness. I just feel that your energy is so bright, so big, so warm, so comforting, so loving, that people want you to hold a very strong and significant place in their lives. And I feel like they get wrapped up in this desire that they kind of forget to consider what you want or how you feel. And some people could just assume that you feel the same way because you kind of like give this high energy, I feel, or you just go with the flow, I feel, group 4, and that just seems very attractive. But I do feel that people admire how successful you are, how strong-willed and focused you are, you know, how intuitive your decision making is, or just the intuitive abilities that you have, the creativity that you have. Group 4, your ability to take action on your ideas. I also feel that you are quite generous with your time or your energy or your resources in some way. I do feel that people think that you're very lucky, or you have a lot of blessings, or you're favored in some way. And people want to be around you because it seems like you just emanate good vibes, and they feel like if they're close enough, they might also get those blessings, you know, and perhaps they would. But definitely it does seem like you hold yourself to maybe high standards, but I want to say to a high value, like you value yourself. And so I feel that people admire the fact that you don't let everyone get close to you. You kind of keep people guessing, like, what are they up to now? What are they doing? I wonder, you know? So definitely, they like the mystique I feel. And I also see something around your possessions or what you have. Maybe you have nice clothes, or you have a nice car, a nice house, or you have a good sense of taste, a good sense of style, if I haven't said that already. Yeah, it seems like you show up in a way that's captivating, like you pull people's attention very easily. Very charismatic as well, I do feel, but definitely an overall energy of being successful and making strong impressions. So I really do feel like I need to leave your reading here, group 4, because with you, I can already tell I am just going to be able to chat it up till the end of time, because I feel like you always have something to say, or you're always able to have a comeback. You are really good at conversation, I feel, group 4, and people admire that about you. Like, how do they do it? You know, if you don't have a talk show, you will. I can't say that with certainty, but for sure you're gonna do something in the realm of expressing yourself. So keep up the good work, group 4. Keep on showing your face, keep on showing up. You are unstoppable. There's goodness happening for you. And yeah, much love to you, group 4. Let me know in the comments how it resonated. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you like to. I'd appreciate it. I really would, and I would love to have you here. So join the fam. But hopefully I can see you in the next reading. Until then, group 4, take it easy and go out to a party, you know. So chat later. Bye bye.